Calvin Castine, February 8th, 2002. And Brian Jefferson and I are here at the Rouses Point Elementary School. And we're here for the second annual Cardiac Games. And the Olympics are opening up tonight in Salt Lake City, but I don't think they're going to have any more fun than you and I are today, Brian.
Should have a good time tonight, Calvin. I'm looking forward to it. So we'll see how it goes. Champlain's a favorite tonight.
They won last year, didn't they?
They did, yeah. Won't be a high-scoring game, but it should be an exciting game.
You're not going to worry about individual players hitting double figures. You're more worried about an individual team hitting double figures.
Well, we're worried about a few injuries tonight. We do have EMS on the scene, and we do have a doctor in the crowd and a nurse also.
Yeah, but last year the only guy who got hurt was the doctor.
Yes, he didn't get any stitches, but he played a pretty good game. Jules Trey and Dr. Southwick were selected after the game as most valuable players. We forgot to announce that also.
They're the two who voted?
You and I voted, don't you remember?
I can't remember that far back. Just saw Guy Juno walk by here, and this gymnasium, Brian, brings back memories to me. You're young enough to remember the balcony that was here back in the old days, back when these guys were playing, and up until the early 70s, there used to be a balcony here in this gymnasium.
The gym looks smaller now. It seemed like years ago it was bigger, but I guess it's the same size.
Did you ever walk into your second grade classroom after not being in it for years? I did that at St. Mary's maybe 15, 20 years ago. I said, this can't be my second grade class. The ceilings were 30 feet high, and you know.
Yeah, how things have changed over the years.
Yeah, it's all perspective. But this gym, as I said, brings back a lot of memories to me, and just seeing Guy Juno walk by. For years, the team I organized, the Champlain Comets, wanted to defeat the Rouses Point Rangers, and we did it here with Guy Juno on the team back in 1971. We defeated the Rouses Point Rangers right here in this gymnasium, and that was a big event for me in basketball. And I remember that game particularly because Guy Juno was one tremendous athlete, and I happened to be in for him at the time. I was coaching the team, and we were winning, and Al Ryan called a timeout, and I said to Guy, he said, everything is going right. He says, I want to put you back in, Guy, but I don't want to mess up what's happening. He says, keep on playing, we're winning. That's all he cared about, and that's the attitude he had. And you know, he's 10 times the ball player I was, but things just worked at that particular time. They were working out, and we ended up winning that game. But I remember that balcony, and you'd go in for a layup, and you'd have to wonder if you're going to hit your head in that balcony underneath the baskets.
Yeah, 30 years ago that was when you played here. Hard to believe 30 years has gone by so quick.
Yeah.
You remember who the president was in 1950, Calvin?
I remember who he was in 50. I don't remember who he was, but I know who he was.
Okay.
In 1950, it was Harry Truman.
Yeah, I looked that up because I didn't know who it was.
Yeah, Harry Truman, of course, and Eisenhower came in the 1952 election, and Eisenhower was running this year, and 50 years ago this year, in 1952, Eisenhower ran for election and became the president, defeating, I believe, Stevenson. I think Stevenson ran against him both times. Nice to see the EMS here. That way we won't have to go very far for that ambulance. We got the roster, Brian. Let's look over some of these players and say what little bit we know about them. It looks like the Champlain team is dressed in white. They're going to be the good guys this year.
They're favored tonight, Calvin, too, so I don't know. We got Dick Bedette going to be playing tonight. Now, Dick was quite a good athlete years ago. I remember when he played softball.
Dick was a tremendous shooter, always a good shooter. He's always had a bad leg, so it's kept him back from superstardom, but great softball player, a tremendous shooter in basketball. And thinking back again to my team when we were just getting organized, Dick used to come down and he'd referee for free for us, referee games for us, and we really appreciate what Dick has done for sports over the years, participating and helping out behind the scenes.
Nice fella. Now, what about Norbert Yakey now?
Norbert Yakey, is he here? I don't see him out on the floor.
He was.
He was here. Well, we're going to assume that Norbert is here.
Yeah.
And Norbert is a deadly shot. He's gone to the Empire State Games as a sharpshooter, but not with a basketball.
Yeah, I don't know how he gets in basketball. We have Chudley Fozier. I don't know Chudley Fozier too well.
Chudley, he's a Cooperville boy and worked in Vermont and retired a few years back and moved right back to the old homestead there in Cooperville, just a little ways away from the church. And he's a heck of a nice guy, and I'm glad that he and his family moved back here on his retirement. He remembers way back when he was growing up. he remembers an incident where my father took him to a wrestling match. My uncles, the Trudeaus, used to be big into wrestling and so on, and Chudley chugged along a couple times and went to some of these wrestling matches as a younger kid, and he it stood out in his mind. It wasn't that big a deal for my father, but it was something that Chudley really appreciated. And of course, thinking of those Trudeaus, Dick Badette lives in the house that my Uncle Lion Trudeau used to live in many years ago. So everything, we're all related. We're all intertwined here in the North Country, Brian.
Now, how
I see Norbert is out on the floor now with his red shorts on.
Yeah, Norbert. And then what about Bernard Bayshard? Now, I'm not familiar with him.
Bernard didn't play last year.
No.
I don't know if he's lying about his age, but he's out there. He's got those aren't basketball shorts that Bernard is wearing, but he's another nice guy, and I'm sure he's going to enjoy himself out there. I don't know if he was around last year. I'm not sure if Bernard takes off for the South during the winter months or not, but he's certainly here this year, and he looks pretty lively right now.
Okay, and how about Roy Goyette?
Roy Goyette, he's one of the rapid road boys, so we're going to have to, since he's on the rapid road, we'll have to call him Rapid Roy, I guess.
Okay.
Looks like he's wearing his little brother's T-shirt tonight, though. It's kind of tight on him.
Yeah, it must have been, it was in the dryer too long.
Yeah, I see Roy every Sunday passing the basket, so maybe they're looking for donations. Maybe they'll have him pass the basket between the halves.
We might have to. Now, John Southwick looks like he's still in pretty good shape.
Yeah, he was the only casualty last year. I know you and I and a whole bunch of other people were concerned about people surviving this game, and it has to be a concern, seriously concerned. But John was pushed into the graded windows last year and got a little cut. And
Jules Strand told me, he called Dr. Southwick today, and he said, Dr. Southwick, if you don't play tonight, he said, I'll put a large expansion on your house at no charge. So I don't know.
He's afraid. Well, John was in the best shape of anybody out there, I think, last year. He just
how about Dave Southwick now?
Dave Southwick, another longtime athlete in the North Country. He's wearing a St. Lawrence basketball shirt. That's where his daughter Sarah played basketball at St. Lawrence University. Dave, another longtime athlete, and he played with the Rouses Point Rangers for a little while. He refereed for a very long time, and he still takes in an occasional ball game, but back when Nancy and Sarah were regulars at Northeastern Clinton, and for many years after, Dave and his wife Barbara were there every game.
Yeah, Dave was a good softball player. As I can remember when the Rouses Point Softball Club was around years ago. And I remember Dr. Southwick was quite an athlete also.
Yeah, he played in that Rouses Point Softball Club too for Dick Letourneau.
Who are we missing here now? We just...
we went to Ken LaPlante's here this year.
Oh, Ken LaPlante. Ken played last year, I forgot Ken, yeah. He's in pretty good shape.
Yeah, he's in excellent shape. I think he still goes up to the mountains there this time of the year as a ski patrol, and of course he's one of the godfathers of the EMT service in the area, and another one nice to have on hand if nothing else.
Oh, absolutely.
And Tommy Venn is over here next to us now, and Tommy's father Bob used to joke about having slept with Ken when he was in high school. He came to Champlain. Bob lived in the Chazy School District, but he came to Champlain because he wanted to play sports, and Chazy didn't have sports teams. And Ken's brother, I think it's Clifford, that was Bob's age, and sometimes after the ball game, instead of going all the way home back to Stetson Road, he'd sleep at the LaPlante house, and sometimes he'd sleep with Ken.
Wow. Okay, let's go on to Rouses Point's lineup.
Did we get everybody? We want to. Oh, Bud Willett. My gosh.
Bud Willett. I forgot to write him down.
Well, I didn't see Bud. I saw Bud just when I came in, and I was told Bud wasn't going to be here, so I was very surprised because I think out of all the people last year, I think Bud Willett enjoyed this as much as anybody. He had a heck of a good time, and if you look at the old clippings, you'll see Bud Willett in there an awful lot. From 50 years ago and beyond, scoring a heck of a lot of points.
Okay, let's go to the Rouses Point lineup.
What's Tom Venn doing here anyway? Is he going to be...
Tom's going to be a scorekeeper, I believe, tonight.
I'm probably going to be the scorekeeper and the announcer.
Okay.
I'm the voice of the garden.
Let's go to the Rouses Point lineup.
All right, let's see if I can maneuver so I can get next to the microphone so we can... You want to talk about some of the Rouses Pointers?
Okay.
Since you're a Rouses Pointer yourself?
Let's talk about Walt Connolly. He lives down in Plattsburgh. Walt's well known with his work with the Knights of Columbus, and he's here from Plattsburgh tonight.
He kind of stands out like a sore thumb with that all red outfit. Huh?
He's got that fast red outfit tonight, Calvin. Now we got Dick Duffy here.
And, and just on Walt, a lot of these guys took this very seriously last year, but Walt didn't take it seriously at all. He was out there just looking to have fun and goof around, and hopefully we'll have more of that this year, because Walt really enjoyed himself.
Now we got Norman Manette. Now Norman, I guess, is from Champlain originally, or Rouses Point?
He's a Moores boy.
Oh, he's from Moores.
Yeah,
that's right.
they drafted this guy, Norman Puggy Manette. Now he's called Puggy, I assume, because he's got that cute little pug nose, but
he's in pretty good shape too.
What he lacks in nose, Norman makes up for in mouth.
No, for sure. Yeah.
And I saw Norman today as I was leaving the credit union in Champlain, and I stopped him. I said, Norman, I want to take a good look at you before you die out there tonight.
Oh,
and he says, I'm going to outlive you all, he said. And you look at this guy, he doesn't got a gray hair in his head.
No, it's in good shape.
He's in his 70s, and it's in his genes, because I don't know if you know his brother, his cousin Ray Manette used to be one of the owners of Ray's Appliance.
Yeah.
Ray's, well, he's 10 years older than me, and he looks about 5 years younger than me. Wow. So those Manettes have it in their genes.
They have good genes, huh?
Yeah.
Now we're missing a few players tonight. Now Norman Duquette's not going to be here tonight.
The Duker.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to Duke. He's got bad leg or a bad knee or something. Now what about Marcel Cornet's not here tonight, too?
Marcel? That's right. Marcel was a big factor last year.
Marcel played a good game last year. A lot of hustle, and it's amazing some of the guys are in such good shape, Calvin.
Yeah. Now let's keep going with that Rouses Point roster. There's Dick Duffy. Does that R stand for Richard or for Rouses Point?
Rouses Point. And behind him, over by the exit sign, is an old Rouses Point sweater from back in 1949 or 1950.
I'm going to put this on automatic focus. I've got the mic in my other hand.
I'll take the mic from you, Calvin. How's that?
I'll never get it back now. Yeah, there it is. Yep. Rouses Point High School, and that's, I think it was probably around 59 when Rouses Point and Champlain merged, I believe.
Yeah, you're close on that.
I think Carl Smith was in one of those first graduating classes that was from the merger.
While we got a minute here, Calvin, I'd like to mention the National Guard, or the Honor Guard tonight. Charlie Langley, and we have Bob Obry, Steve Barcombe, Bob Anthony, and the favorite mailman in Rouses Point, Adrian Fitz. The referees tonight will be Steve Southwick, Randy LeBombard, and Nora McCaldy will be singing the national anthem here shortly.
Nora?
It's Nora, I believe.
Nora, okay, okay. I don't know if it was Lori or Nora. Nora is the redheaded lady over there. Lori is the darker-haired lady that's with the Upper U.S. Look at Conley out here. Upper U.S. Band. Conley's putting on a show already. All right, we mentioned Dick Duffy and his number 4. Now, that's probably his scoring average that he's wearing on his shirt. And we've got Red Wilder. He's got the 8 ball on his back right here.
Red Wilder, quite a guy, isn't he? Now, Red, I don't know if he's going to see much action, but it doesn't look like Rouses Point is loaded up. They were going to bring some ringers in, but I don't see them.
They got Puggy Manette. That's all they need for ringers. I think Rouses Point last year was lacking on numbers too. I think what happens here, Brian, is people in Rouses Point are a lot richer than the people in Champlain, so they all head south for the winter.
Well, I don't know about that. You know what I'd like to mention right now is Dick Letourneau's not with us this year.
No, Tommy's taken Dick Letourneau's place and Tom Jefferson's place too. Tommy was here last year, but Dick died within the last year, and Dick was a big man when it comes to sports.
A big supporter of local sports, and he's missed by all the local people. Now, my Uncle Tom told me that he was so nervous about running the clock and stopping the clock that he couldn't come up.
He just
made him too nervous. Yeah. Okay, it looks like I got a good crowd here tonight, Calvin, and we are taking donations tonight for the Champlain and the Rouses Point EMS and the fire department. And I'd like to thank Calvin and Hometown Cable here for being here tonight. And I'd like to remind you, if you haven't sent your donation in for Hometown Cable, I just gave Calvin my donation the other day. It's a new year, so consider mailing in a check for $15, $20, $25. It's very well.
People that mail in 50 or 100, Brian. So
wow.
They haven't got to stop at 20.
Okay, well, Calvin says give to it hurts, you know. So we're almost ready to start.
We haven't mentioned Jules Trahan.
Oh my God, he's in good shape, Jules. He still plays volleyball, and he's one of the organizers. Jules said he had to do all the work and get all the wheels turning. And we're hoping that Jules has a big game, because if he does, it could be an interesting game tonight.
He took this as serious as anybody last year. He was playing 100%. I don't agree with these people who play 110% because I've never really seen anybody do that. But Jules was playing 100% last year, and he and Dr. Southwick were kind of leading the way for their respective teams.
Now, Jules also tells me Dr. Southwick has been seen at the St. Mary's gym throwing baskets. Now, he told Jules he was checking the height of the basket, but Jules told him it's the same as it's always been, and it finally came out that they were throwing up a few hoops in Champlain.
Actually doing some practicing, huh? Look at the numbers that Champlain has here. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 at least. Rouses Point has 5, maybe 6 at the most.
Well, I've got to say that Champlain is going to be the favorite tonight. Who are you cheering for, Calvin?
Oh, as always, I'm very neutral. Very, very neutral.
Wow.
You got a favorite, Brian?
Well,
being a Rouses Point village trustee.
Well, I'm a native of Rouses Point, but I do like some of the guys from Champlain too. So as long as nobody gets hurt, I think we're going to have a good time.
That's the biggest question. Can you hear me? I like it how it got so quiet. I'd like to welcome you to the second annual basketball game between Champlain High School and Rouses Point High School. Remember, people, these players out here today graduated in 1950 or before. I wasn't even born. Tonight's game will be played in memory of 2 people. One of them being from Rouses Point, Dick Butterball Eternal, and the other from Champlain, Lester Tulo. Can we just have a few? Yeah, can we just have a few seconds of silence, please? You will. Thank you. Being Bob Ben's son, I'd like to welcome Calvin Castine and Hometown Cable here. Remember, support the local channel. It's the best thing on. Don't know what else to say. I was just called this afternoon to do this. And we're going to have a good game here. I've got Jerry Davison to keep score. My name's Thomas Ben. I've got Calvin on the video with Brian Jefferson doing the commentary. Our 2 referees tonight are Randy LeBombard, the big one, and Steve Southwood. And if we could all stand. Oh, now? Oh, okay. I'd like to introduce the person sitting next to the left of me here is telling me what to do. Jules Strayman, who would like to announce some special people.
Back in 1950, we had a few people that helped us out here. We were called cheerleaders. Grace, Alpha, get up here.
No pyramids, though. No pyramids.
I don't think so tonight.
There we go. I don't know if there's anybody else from Rouses Point here. Yes. There is who? Champlain, Dorothy Wooten. Rod Dorothy. Come on, Charlie.
Are they the girls that were cheerleaders back then? Here? You can't hold me that younger.
Oh, she's up.
Even more so than men, women hate to admit their age, Brian, so it's tough to get those women out there.
Have the marching unit come out with flags.
Color. Good. Good. Forward. Forward. Right wheel.
Looks like Ken LaPlante has been traded to Rouses Point during the preceding series, wearing a Rouses Point number 5.
That'd be a good acquisition, Calvin.
Yes.
He's in good shape. He's a good basketball player, and he's a good person.
I don't know what they have to give up to get him, though.
I'd like to present now
Maybe a couple cheerleaders.
Supervisor Bruce Willett, who will throw in the first ball. Not that we're going to lose him. And for the players, we'll do the visiting team first from the town village of Champlain. I have no idea what positions they're playing.
They don't either.
First from Champlain will be Bud Willett. Norbert Yankee.
Hey, Norbert!
Center, I know this one. The center, Dave Southwood.
Hey, Dave!
Roy Guyette.
Hey, Roy!
Bernard Bayshard. Dudley Rouses.
Hey, Judd.
Oh, I'm sorry, you've got John Southwick out here also. From Rouses Point, the home team, Dick Duffy.
Hey, Duff.
Playing for Rouses Point, I guess he's from Moore's, Norman Manette. Even got a number on this one, number 8, Red Wilder. And your host, who got me to do this, Jules Strahan. Walt Conley. And helping out Ross's Point, the nice guy he is, Ken LaPlante. There's your, I don't know what the starting lineup is, but there's your players, and let's play ball.
Yeah, good answer.
Well, good evening, sports fans, friends, and neighbors from the surrounding North Country. We're here for the 1950 graduating class basketball second annual classic. There's not a seat available here anywhere tonight, and it should be an exciting game. Who are you picking, Calvin?
I'm picking a 10-10 tie.
10-10 tie.
For tonight's game, we'll be playing the rules they played back in the 50s, or 40s, I guess. A jump ball for every jump ball, and for every foul, you will get at least one foul shot. After 6 fouls, team fouls, you will get 1 and 1.
As you know, Brian, Hometown Cable puts on hundreds of events every year, but last year this game here was one of the most talked about things that we did all year. It was very well received last year in the community.
I had a great time last year, Calvin, and I'm honored to be here tonight to call the play-by-play.
Now, the referees came over and told us a little secret that Bill Brunell caught one of the Rouses Pointers actually trying to practice, right?
Yeah, Jules Strahan was seen dribbling the basketball. So he told Dr. Southwick no practicing before the game. But I think he broke one of the cardinal rules.
You got caught.
He got caught. And we're ready to go here, ladies and gentlemen.
White's going this way, black's going that way.
Randy LeBombard will be tipping them off. Here they go, and Champlain wins the tip-off. John Southwick. Oh, John Southwick is down already. Boy, he is ready to go. He's up.
That took exactly, we were talking about the Olympics earlier, hundredths of a second. That took about 400ths of a second right there, Brian.
John Southwick was ready to go. Here comes Walt Conley with the fire engine red pants. Walt Conley, oh, John Southwick driving towards the basket. He's looking around. They're trying, Walt Conley, oh, there's a whistle. Okay, Walt Conley get called with a foul.
Flagrant, too, I think. He was hugging him real good.
Is the clock running, Calvin, or are they going to have stop time? Do you know?
I have no idea. I think we're at the mercy of whoever decides they're keeping the clock. They need a better ball, livelier ball.
Here comes John Southwick to the line. Dr. J, we call him. Oh, hit the rim, and it doesn't go in. And oh, Walt Conley's down. He's on his knees. I hope nobody gets hurt here. Here comes Norman Manette. Number 10 from Moores, playing for Rouses Point. Puggy Manette, I knew him because his son played hockey and he helped coach years ago. Passes to Dick Duffy. Dick Duffy throws it up. Oh, he just missed.
Well, we should point out why that one foul shot was taken, Brian, because that's the rules from 50 years ago. The first 5 fouls in the game that weren't shooting fouls, you'd take 1 shot. Then on the 6th foul, you'd go to a 1-and-1.
A 1-on-1, okay. Here comes Walt Conley to Dick Duffy on the foul line. Dickie's looking around. Fake. Norman Manette. And it's off the backboard. Rouses Point has come out to a quick start. Jules Tran. Dick Badette passes it back. Mr. Fozier to Roy Guyette. Roy over half court. Looking around. Passing back to Mr. Fozier to John Southwick. John was traveling. Do we call that? His son is the referee tonight, so I don't know.
Are you going to referee or announce the game here, Brian?
Well, okay, I'm just checking, Calvin. Okay, here comes Norman Manette, guard with Walt Conley. Boy, he's quick for back to Walt Conley. Walt's looking to Norman Manette. Norman's looking. Dick Badette playing him. Whoa. Jump ball we're calling.
No, kick.
Oh, kick ball. Okay, sorry. Okay, Jules Tran. Looking around, bounce pass to Walt Conley. Walt fakes. There's one. Oh, and there's the first. Rouses Point leads 2-0, and the fans are going wild in Rouses Point.
Of course, there'll be no 3-pointers because that's only about 15 years old, that rule.
Okay, Champlain's pressing John Southwick underneath, and he's out of bounds. Oh, he called over the foul. John Southwick going to the line. Oh, Walt Conley, but he's in danger of fouling out.
He's going to sit pretty quick, I think.
Here comes John Southwick now. John.
This one appears to be a shooting foul.
Oh, there it is. So it's 2-1.
Non-shooting foul. So it's
Non-shooting.
1 shot.
So it's 2-1, Rouses Point. Norman Manette, number 10, living in Point of Fair. Over to Jules Tran. Jules looking around. The coverage for Champlain is tight. Ken LaPlante underneath. Struggle for the ball, and Ken LaPlante comes up, and there's Jules Tran. He's eyeing the basket. Jules behind the back. Bounce passes. Ken LaPlante. Ken fakes. Jules Tran. There's a scramble. Roy Guyette. Over to Norbert Yakey, and it goes out of bounds. Dick Duffy is asking for oxygen there. He's a little bit winded. Dick Duffy calls for a play, and it goes off Jules Tran, and it becomes Champlain's ball. No, I'm corrected on that. Walt Conley's going to take it. Walt fakes over to Dick Duffy. Oh, timeout.
Manette had to tie his shoes. You ought to give him Velcro, probably.
Okay, there goes Dick Duffy in the corner to Jules Tran, to Walt Conley, back to Jules. Norbert Yakey's got covering him like glue. Oh, it's up almost off the backboard and out of bounds. And it's white. No, it's calling for Rouses Point, the black. Jules Tran, bounce pass. Back to Jules. Bud Willette. And back to Norman Manette. Oh, and it's turned over, and Champlain takes possession of it. Here comes Champlain charging up over half. Passes down. John Southwick fakes. Back to Norbert. Norbert throws it up, and it's off the rim. There comes Dick Badette. Oh, Dick is looking underneath the basket. Jules Tran covering him. Jump ball called by Steve Southwick. Timeout. 2-1.
Oxygen timeout.
He's taking off his red pants.
Okay, now Walt Connolly just took off his fire engine red pants.
I hope he remembers how many pairs of shorts he has on.
The score is Norman at 2, John Southwood 1.
Okay, we're back underway here in Rouses Point. Opening of the 2002 Olympics tonight. It'll be jump ball. Jules Tran against Bud Willett. And Bud Willett knocks it out. Walt Connolly comes. Here comes Dick Duffy on a break. Oh, what do we got? Oh, okay, I don't know what happened, Calvin. What did they miss?
I don't know.
Somebody went out of bounds?
I don't know if Walt was out of bounds or... I think he was standing out of bounds and he grabbed the ball.
Norbert Yakey into big Dave Southwick. Dave looking. Roy.
Shaq Southwick.
Shaq, we call him? John Southwick goes to the line. Now, who taught him to shoot baskets now? What was that guy he told us last year?
Oh, Rick Barry used to shoot that way, and
no, there was a guy that
Chamberlain.
No, there was a teacher here.
Oh, maybe Harry Rusak.
Yeah, Harry Rusak. Yeah, Harry Rusak. John Southwick. Oh, and here we are at 2-2. John Southwick, still a good athlete. It's 2-2. John Southwick on the foul line. Boy, oh, Champlain jumps ahead, 3-2. Here comes Norman Manette. Up over half court. Red Wilder, sorry. Red's looking, Red throws it up. Oh, didn't have the range. Here comes Dave Southwick, back to Norbert Yakey. Norbert bounce pass underneath, John Southwick. Looking around, needs some help. Goes back to Norbert Yakey. Norbert in the corner, underneath the basket. Oh! Oh, and there's a foul. There's a foul. Uh-oh. Roy Guyette lost his glasses.
Is it a rule this year that there's no dunking, or they just decided not to do any?
They're afraid to hurt the backboards. Not too much leaping tonight, Calvin, I don't believe.
Yeah, that opening tip was not a jump ball, it was a stretch ball.
Okay. It's 3 for Champlain. 2 for Rouses Point. The first shot is off the rim and it's no good. And the second shot is short and it's not in. Jules Tran, bounce pass to Puggy Manette. Puggy Manette's in pretty good shape. He's coming over. Red Wilder fakes, turns, looks to Jules. Jules Tran being covered. Underneath, bounce pass. John Southwick again. Oh, it's a breakaway. Boy, I'll tell you. It's in pretty good shape, Dr. Southwick. Norman. There's Red. Red's looking. Nobody wants to shoot, Calvin. Oh! Okay, Norbert Yakey.
Hey, if I was guarding Red Wilder, I'd want him to shoot all night.
Yeah. Oh, Dave Southwick. Oh, Jules Tran. Here's Norbert Yakey. Bounce pass to Roy Guyette. Back to Norbert. Underneath. We don't know what happened, but white ball. Okay, there's John Southwick faking, driving in the lane. Over to Norbert. Not quite enough on it. And it's out of bounds. John Southwick offering his glasses to umpire or referee tonight, Randy LeBombard. Norman Manette. To Jules Tran. I haven't seen Jules drop one. Oh, just over. Here comes Dave Southwick, leading the charge. Cross back to Bud Willett. Oh, what happened? Just missed. Here comes Walt Conley from Plattsburgh, fellow Knights of Columbus. Underneath, Jules Tran. Foul, 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 foul. Number 17, Jules Tran.
Foul on Bud Willett.
Tell me who
Oh, no way. There we go. Jules Tran steps back. 3-3. He looks confident. Oh, in and out.
Oh, they gave Champlain a break there. John Southwick was definitely across the line in the lane on that shot.
Underneath. Oh, batted out of bounds by Dick Duffy. Okay, Jules Tran.
Nice to see Hector Kaufman here underneath the basket over there.
Man, they're on their knees.
Hector's over there saying these are just a bunch of kids.
Oh, Hector. Nice fella. Here comes Dick Badette. Dick looks like he's in pretty good shape.
He walks every day.
He does walk, yeah. Roy Guyette. Off the rim. Oh, Dr. Southwick loses his glasses. Oh.
Manette and Southwick are almost like Siamese twins. They're tangled up all the time.
No, they won't help him. John Southwick's lost his glasses.
It's a jump ball. Or a stretch ball. Oh, Mr. Bayshard is in.
Bud Willett underneath. Comes Jules Tran. Jules Tran bounce pass up to Dick Duffy, number 4. Over to Red Wilder. Red's looking. Red doesn't know what to do with it. Oh boy. Whoa. Whoa. Look at him. Wow. What action here, Calvin. Jump ball won by Jules Tran, but it goes out of bounds. They're going to
re-jump.
I'm out of here. Okay, Dick Duffy bounced past to Walt Conley. Dick Badette knocks it out of bounds, and Mr. Bayshard, what's his first name, Calvin?
Bernard, is it?
Bernard, okay.
I believe you've got the sheet.
Yeah, I don't think I know him.
5.
I believe he lives on the Hayford Road.
And there's the first quarter. It's tied 3-3, isn't it, Calvin?
Yes, it is. That's what the scoreboard says over there. 3-3. Jerry Davidson, the official scorer. And looks like it's going to be a barn burner. I'm still sticking with that 10-10 tie, Brian.
Well, is it pretty much as exciting as you thought, Calvin?
It's even more fun than I remembered, Brian. I hope people mark their calendar next year. And of course, they try to sneak this in whenever they can. Last year, it was part of the Winter Carnival. This year, as you know, there's no Winter Carnival, so they decided to have it anyway. But these gyms are used so much with so many kids playing, it was tough to find a date that they could make it.
And we did get snowed out last week, Calvin. I was all excited. I couldn't sleep the night before. But we had snow and it was canceled.
Mostly people won't be able to sleep tonight.
When will this be shown, Calvin? Have you got any idea? They're already asking me.
It'll be shown right now. People are watching this right now, Brian.
Live on the...
No. When they're sitting at home watching it.
Oh, yeah. Okay, but when will it be on hometown cable?
I don't know. I forgot to schedule it. So I was thinking of that today. I said I should have scheduled that game, but I haven't scheduled it yet.
Well, they're already asking, when is it going to be on, and how can we get a copy, Calvin? Is there any way?
Oh, well, I've been known to sell a few copies. In fact, Bud Willett bought about 80 copies last year. Sent them to all of his relatives and people he didn't even know. But
well, that's good. I'm glad to hear that.
No, he didn't buy that many, but he did buy quite a few.
Well, that's
I look
good.
around and I see a lot of ball players from different eras here. Just 50s, 60s, 70s.
Nice crowd too, Calvin.
Nice crowd.
Your schedule been busy, Calvin?
Every night and just about every day, someplace to go.
Are you happy with the response from the local people?
Well, I'm very happy with the response of some people, but others that I've taped for years and have never contributed a dime. I just wonder what would take to motivate them. Brian.
Yeah, it's too bad because, it's really nice to say 5-10 years down the road to have your kids on tape.
Well, I think so many people think that the cable company pays me instead of the fact that I lease that channel from them. I pay them to keep that channel. And so they pay their cable bill. None of that goes to hometown cable. None of that supports hometown cable. So I think a lot of people are under that misunderstanding that somehow somebody else is paying the bill. But if the viewers don't support us,
well, you're not getting rich then, Calvin, is what you're trying to tell us.
No, not like having one of those rich government jobs that some people have.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, we're at the second quarter. And it's Jules Tran against John Southwick. And John Southwick leaps. Oh, what are they calling? Another jump ball. It's 3-3. Jules Tran wins the tip-off. Over to Dick Duffy, number 4. Covered tightly by Norbert Yakey. Puggy Manette bounce pass to Ken LaPlante, number 5. Oh, off the rim. Norbert Yakey to Dave Southwick. Dick Duffy to Jules Tran. Jules over to Puggy Manette. Champlain's got good defense tonight. Ken LaPlante, they're hollering, shoot, shoot, shoot. Norbert Yakey, and it's a jump ball. Want to thank Steve Southwick and Randy LeBombard for being the referees tonight. Are they getting paid, Calvin?
In many ways, but none of them monetarily.
Okay. Puggy Manette's played quite a game for Rouses Point.
Quite a fine.
Dick Duffy throws one up. Oh, was on the rim, in and out.
Shaq clearing that board.
Yeah. Okay, Norbert Yakey. Norbert throws it up. Oh, off the rim. Okay, John Southwick underneath to Roy, and Roy goes out of bounds. Puggy Manette to Jules Tran. Being guarded by John Southwick. Up to Red Wilder. Red doesn't know what to do with that. Red throws it up. Yeah, Red Wilder. And Rouses Point has just jumped ahead of Champlain 5-3.
That should have been 3 seconds.
3-second violation wasn't called. Dave Southwick. Oh, a hook shot. Norman Manette's in good shape. Slow it down. Red Wilder's hollering, slow it down. Ken LaPlante. Oh. Oh, Jules Tran. 7-3. Calvin, your prediction? I don't know. John Southwick. Oh, Dave Southwick gets his own rebound. Dick Duffy. Oh. Got a few guys on the court.
When you say on the court, you mean on the court.
On the court.
That way they won't have to sweep the floor at halftime. It'll be pretty well dusted as it is there.
There'll be some sore muscles tomorrow. Jump ball won by Roy Guyette. Puggy Manette is all over. Right now he's the choice to be most valuable player, Calvin, if he keeps up the way he's going. Ken LaPlante being covered tightly. Goes back to Jules Tran. Bounce pass to Ken LaPlante. He offers it up. Puggy Manette underneath. Oh my God. Oh, all of a sudden, Rouses Point has come on. Bud Willett. Oh, Cody O'Brien passes it over to Ken LaPlante. Ken throws it up. Oh my God. Calvin, your prediction.
It's over. It's over. Champlain cannot come back from 8 points down.
My God. It's hard to believe. Bud Willett.
That's Shudfos.
Oh, that's Shudfos. For some reason I mistake him. Norbert Yakey. Well, they look alike, don't they?
From the side.
Silver Fox, we used to call him. Okay, here comes Jules Tran. Jules still works 5 days a week, 6 days a week. Plays volleyball. There, pass over to Red. Oh, Ken LaPlante spins, gives it to Jules, and goes out of bounds. Mr. Fozier over to Dick Badat.
Rouses Point hangs on to win this, and this will open up that big rubber match next year, Brian.
They're already talking about it, Calvin. Oh, and it goes out of bounds. Timeout called. TV timeout. Any oxygen here, Calvin, available?
I think they could use some helium, too.
It's 11-3. It's the opening of the 2002 Winter Olympics tonight. I remember back in 1980, I was living in Saranac Lake. 22 years has gone by.
Three people behind me is the Rouses Point 11, Champlain 3.
Yeah. Today's date is significant for me because 22 years ago, the torch arrived in Lake Placid, and Chris Ortloff at the time was the awards and ceremonies chairman. And as a member of the Women of the World, I contacted J. Bernard Fell, the president of the organizing committee for Lake Placid, and we'd arranged that we went down and we presented a flag that night, the night the torch arrived. It was February 8th, 1980, and it was cold that night, Brian. It was cold.
I was going to ask you, how was the weather? But
it was miserable. And they had the people from Greece come over, and they were there with just little street shoes on, and they were freezing. They were suffering out there.
For me, of course, 22 years ago, during the Olympics was a big thrill because the United States won the gold medal that year. I think I saw 6 or 7 hockey games that year. I didn't see the game against Russia. I saw the last game against Finland, and it was one of the highlights of my sports career over the years.
You know, and we were fortunate being up here in the North Country because we got to see CTV, who get more coverage than the U.S. was actually giving for the U.S. team.
Did you go to any games, Calvin?
No, I didn't step foot after February 8th and step foot into Lake Placid until after the Olympics.
Okay, here we go. We're back underway. Dave Southwick. Dave throws it up. John Southwick rebounds and puts it up, but it's over the backboard. Okay, Walt Conley. We're in the halfway here, almost. John Southwick, John and Red almost got in a fist fight. Jules Tran driving. He's calling for some help. Ken LaPlante. Oh. White. Mr. Fozier to Dr. John Southwick. Well known through the North Country. Pass over to his brother Dave. Back to Mr. Fozier underneath. Norman Manette.
John's going to see Norman in his sleep tonight. He'll wake up and hit Joanne because he'll think Norman is there.
Okay, John Southwick to the line without his glasses, I might add. One shot. Brad, you got anything cold to drink? John Southwick. Oh, they're hollering from the crowd. Get in there. Walt Conley coming up. Passes to Jules. Bounce pass. Ken LaPlante. Oh. Here's a fast break. Dick Badat looking around, looking around. Goes over to Mr. Fozier. Oh, Jules. Oh, somebody lost something. Oh, we lost her copper bracelet. Is that an arthritis bracelet?
Medic alert.
Okay, here we go. We're back underway. Dick Badat in the corner. Bud Villette. Walt Conley somehow comes up with that. Shifty Walt Conley to Red Wilder with a big smile on his face, being covered by Dave the Cat Southwick.
There's a shot. When you said shifty Walt Conley, I thought you were going to say passing it to shiftier Red Wilder.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, now look at. Let's see, who do you think's going to get up higher here? Dave's not even going to jump, probably. Norman Manette being covered. Thrown up by Ken LaPlante. Nope. And here comes Dick Badat. It's 11-3. Jules Trania comes up with it. Ken LaPlante. Oh, turnover. Whoa. Foul on Norman Manette. He's in danger of fouling out. His third foul. Judd Fozier on the line. Okay, Walt Conley. Over to our friend Jules Tran, the organizer of tonight's event. Walt Conley's pretty quick. Oh! Bounce pass to Dick Badat. Whoa, Norman Manette. John Southwick is coming back like a cat. It goes out of bounds. Okay, substitution. Norbert Yakey will be coming in.
One minute left.
1 minute. It's 11-3. Walt Conley, they said slow it down. Walt throws it up. Oh! And it hits the ceiling, and it goes out of bounds. Dick Badat passes it over to Dave Southwick. Norbert Yakey's fresh. John Southwick's played a good game. Fakes. They're covering him. They're double teaming him, Calvin. Norbert on the foul line. Oh.
Because of the seating situation, there was talk of having this at another site, but they didn't want to play it in Northeastern with a big gym.
No.
They knew they'd never survive.
Boy, I'll tell you, Norman Manette, whoa. Come on, Doc, we need some points.
I think Puggy pulled something when he pulled up for that layup. Just as he was going up for that layup, his legs gave out underneath him. If Rouses Point loses Puggy, they're going to be out a big part of their offense. And, of course, picking up Ken LaPlante was a smart move tonight. They did their scouting.
Yeah. Oh.
Six, 5, 4, 2,
And it's halftime. 11-3. The fans are going wild.
All right, the cheerleaders are going to come out and entertain us right now, I think.
Where are they?
We just saw Dick Bennett rousing his team up there. Dick doesn't have an ounce of fat on him, and he's anxious to get going.
Okay, it's 11-3. Rouses Point. Okay, here's jump ball. Stretch ball. Dick Bennett comes up with that. Over to Mr. Fosier.
Well, it must be using the red line for the over and back, I assume.
Bud Willett underneath, throws it up. Oh, could have used it, Calvin. We could have used it. Mr. Fosier to Roy. And it's just short. Okay, we got Walt Conley. Up to Jules Tran. I guess Puggy Minette is injured. He's limping over there.
That could be a big factor,
Oh,
Brian.
that could be.
What part of white didn't Jules understand anyway?
I don't think he liked the call. Okay, here we go. We're back underway. Chudley Fosier to John Southwick. Fakes. Underneath. Over to Roy. Roy throws it up. John Southwick leaps up, gets a rebound. Jump ball called by Steve Southwick.
Oh, with Minette on the bench, it should free up Dr. J a little bit because he won't have Norman shadowing him.
Covered him close, didn't he, the first half?
Yeah.
Jump ball. Okay, here we go. Friendly Jules Tran. Being covered closely by John Southwick.
Is that little trash mouth in there? Is Southwick there?
Putting the pressure on him.
Yeah.
Ken LaPlante fakes, looking around. There's Jules Tran to Dick Duffy. Being covered closely underneath. Looking for help. Walt Conley throws it up. Oh! Whoa! They're going wild, just wild. 13-3. I don't know, Calvin. Nobody predicted this. I said from the beginning Champlain was favored, but I stand corrected. It's like the Super Bowl. Oh, Dr. Southwick. If we could only get it. There's Roy. Turns. Again. Hitting the rim. Walt Conley to Ken LaPlante. Over to Dick Duffy. Looking around. Over to Red Wilder. Red to Dick Duffy. Fakes. Jules Tran. in the corner, looking around, looking bounce pass to Red Wilder. Fakes over to Ken. Walt Conley, he's looking. A lot of action. Dick Duffy looking for help. And it goes out of bounds, and Bob Rasco grabs for it. Rory Guyette over to John Southwick. Underneath, but it's out of bounds.
Champlain has players sitting on. You got Chud Foser over here. You got Mr. Bayshard and Dave Southwick on it, so they can come in from anywhere.
I guess.
Substitute. They just come out of nowhere. It's a good plan. Looks like Trahan wanted a foul call there.
There's Jules. Oh, Jules Trahan. Amazing.
One of the things the refs have been very lenient on, Brian, is a 3-second violation.
Yeah, we haven't seen many calls. Oh, he's being fouled. Being fouled.
Puggy Minette trying to get that leg back in shape. He wants to get out there.
So you think there's any way you can make it back, Calvin?
I'd be smart, no. So he might be back out there. If you catch my drift. Be smart, he won't be back out there. So Puggy might be back out there.
Yeah. Okay, it's 15-3. Oh.
Puggy's sitting next to a couple of legends over there, Smiley and Alfredo Willette. The music business.
No way!
Oh. Here we go. 15-4.
I think they just mentioned that Southwick had all 4 points. That means Champlain has not scored a field goal yet. It's
No.
all foul shots.
Yeah. Okay. Here comes Champlain. Somebody said stop the clock, but I don't think they are. Roy Guyette underneath to Bud Willette. Bud Willette throws it up off the rim. Ken LaPlante with a fast break, but no. Roy Guyette.
Rapid Roy.
Rapid Roy. Oh, oh, Red looks tired. Okay, thrown in, Norbert Yakey. Bounce pass underneath. Walt Conley's played a pretty good game. Oh my God, that was the nicest basket I've seen tonight. And they're going wild. They're going wild in Rouses Point.
Well, we have to point out he was only able to do it with Manette on the bench.
15-6. I don't know if there's any way Champlain can pull this out, Calvin. Walt Conley over to Jules, back to Walt Conley, faking, looking, and somehow he threw it up, but timeout. TV timeout.
There's a George is out there. He's
money donated goes to the Rouses Point and Champlain Rescue Squad. Each cleared $194. We thank you very much.
say buying Geritol for the winners.
Oh, wow. $194 each for the rescue squads. I'm glad to hear that. Good cause, Calvin. You know, the people that donate their time for their other people in the village of Champlain and Rouses Point, and they do it for nothing. So tip my hat to them. A good rescue squad.
Well, George Cookland and the other rescue workers look kind of sad, though. They came here expecting to do some work.
Wow. They still might get a chance to do that, Calvin. Okay, here we go. Norbert Yakey underneath to Mr. Bayshard. So this is for, oh no, he's been in. He's fresh, so. Okay, Ken LaPlante with a fast break. Ooh. Jump ball. They couldn't decide who it went out on. Okay, the jump ball comes back to Jules Tran. Jules Tran, bounce pass underneath, and John Southwick with a fast break. Oh, nice. Oh, now you got to call something on that. What are you going to call on that, Calvin? I don't know. Looked like he took him out, tried to take him out.
A little checking, I think, huh?
(15-6).
A good foul, though, because he had a fast break going. He's going to be a short, too, so he's going to have him earn him.
Oh, my God. They're having a good time here tonight.
Dr. J wanted the red to get a T.
We hope you're enjoying this as much as we are. John Southwick on the line. Yes! 15-7.
All 7 scored by Dr. J.
Ken LaPlante underneath. They're making up the rules as they go. Dick Duffy to Walt Conley. Walt bounce passes underneath. Dick Duffy. Oh, Mr. Bayshard gets the rebound. Goes over to Norbert. Fast break. Oh, to Dave Southwick. Oh. Dave Southwick with the hook shot. Oh, he just missed. Okay, here comes Jules. To Walt Conley.
I should point out, Brian, they're playing by the old rules, but these refs aren't old enough to know the old rules, but used to be anything hit you below the knee was a kick, whether you moved your foot or not. So that ball hitting Dave Southwick's
should have been a kick.
Would have been called a kick back 50 years ago, even though he didn't move his feet.
Huh, I didn't know that. Okay, here we go. We're back underway. Jules Tran over to Red Wilder. Back to Jules. Yo! Finally, Rouses Point gets on the scoreboard. We're in the third quarter. It's 17-7. Norbert Yakey to John Southwick. Over to Bud Willett. Oh, he just missed, Calvin. There's a minute left in the third quarter. Slow it down, Jules. Slow it down. Okay, we got Jules Tran leading the charge. Less than a minute. Bud Willett being covered closely. Over to Mr. Bayshard. Over to Norbert Yakey's looking. Bounce pass to John Southwick. Oh, we could have counted if we could have put it in. Less than a minute in the third quarter. It's February 8th, 2002. We're happy to be here with Hometown Cable. Jules Tran will be at the Anchorage after, probably telling stories. Have something cold to drink.
Red Wilder's low spot in the basket. He's not supposed to be the low one. It's supposed to be white underneath. Not the.
Oh yeah, right.
That's shooting. If they had good referees, they'd know that.
Okay, it goes in. 18-7. Norbert Yakey. There's probably 30 seconds left. Bud Villette. Underneath. He's double teaming John Southwick. Norbert Yakey throws it up. Oh, off the rim, but the rebound comes to Dr. Southwick. Dick Duffy. You played a good game, Red.
One shot for John Southwick with 17 seconds left in the third quarter.
That's right.
John Southwick gets his own rebound. Oh, throws it up, and it's out of bounds. Oh, Bud Villette had his leg up there to keep him from going through the window.
Looked like he was ready to climb the wall.
Boy. Oh, they got him. Oh.
7 seconds.
Went from, it was a long 17 seconds. Come on, Red. Slow him down, Red. Slow him down.
6, 5.
Jules Trey has been fouled.
I think it was on Bud Villette. Jules Trahan shoots the foul shot. 4 seconds left.
Okay, Jules Trahan throws it up, and it goes in, and it's 19-7. I can't believe it, Calvin. Oh! God. And it's 17-9 at the end of the third quarter from Rouses Point Elementary School.
Dick Badette will be thinking of that shot tonight.
Oh, God. You'll see that in his sleep, Calvin. See a lot of people here, Calvin, you know it?
Good turnout. I think we've got a young affair going on here, Brian. What do you think?
It's that little Southwick girl. I don't know who the little boy. Oh, that's Benny Arnold's grandson.
Carrie's son. Carrie and Mark Gagno. Whoop.
Oh, and
Steve didn't see his own daughter.
yeah, I think she's okay though.
Well, if she's like her mother, she'll bounce back.
Yeah, I think so.
Win Wilder 2. Jules Trahan 4, 6, 7. Walt Conway with 2. And Champlain with 2. And I don't even have to look at Champlain. John Southwick has 7 points.
Okay, we're back underway here. Are we back live, Calvin?
We're back. There we go.
Okay, we're in the fourth quarter. It's Rouses Point leading over Champlain. I don't know if there's any way they can pull it out. 19 for Rouses Point. 7 for Champlain. Only a miracle could.
Maybe if they, two guys from Champlain decided to ref and Randy and Steve played for them.
Yeah, we might be able to tighten it up a little bit. Okay, big Dave Southwick going against Jules Tran. Okay, here we go. And Jules, oh boy. Okay, boy, Rouse's points come right out. Okay, goes out of bounds. Walt Conley has played quite a game tonight. It's in pretty good shape. Brother Knight from Plattsburgh. Oh. Oh, Red Wilder's underneath. Ken LaPlante, that was a good pickup. Dick Duffy. Jules Tran. Oh, Red Wilder's been fouled underneath. Red's taking a lot of heat tonight, hasn't he?
Yeah, and he'd never give any heat to anybody else. Either.
Quite a guy, Red Wilder. Yeah, nice fella. Very involved in the community over the years. Yeah. Okay. Red Wilder, 17 or 19 to 7. Okay, went off the rim, didn't go in. Red throws it up. Oh, should have gone in. Rebound. Oh. Oh, going the wrong way. Mr. Fozier, I think, got carried away. Do you feel any pressure?
Judd wants to score no matter where he is.
I don't think. Oh, now he realizes.
He's downing on him now.
Okay, here we go. Champlain. Roy Guyette bringing the ball up to John Southwick. In the corner to Dick Badette, but it goes out of bounds. Steve Southwick hands it over to Jules Tran. Jules Tran bounce passes over to Walt Conley. Oh, Jules picks it up. Jules still pretty quick. Dick Duffy being covered close. Oh. Is he injured? I don't know. He winced. Roy Guyette. Oh, wow. Nice basket. Very nice basket. Good response from the crowd.
Roy's a rookie. It's the first year playing here in this cardiac event.
Okay, here we go. Walt Conley. Multicolored socks here. Underneath.
Walt told me he had another pair like that at home.
Yeah. Jules Tran. Ooh. And it goes out of bounds. Oh, jeez. Oh, God. Come on, Jules. Talk to him. Rapid Roy.
Rapid Roy.
Okay. Over to Mr. Fozier. To John Southwick. John, oh, I thought he was throwing. What was he doing, Calvin? Passing or? Oh, there's a struggle. But it didn't make it up. Dave Southwick somehow comes out of it. Comes up with it, rather. Jules and Dave. I don't think Dave got up there very much.
White.
This innocent bystander here wants it to be white ball.
Jules Tran said he did all the work, organized the basketball game. To Dick Duffy. Oh, I thought that was in, Calvin, but I guess not.
I zoomed in that time, Brian. And Dr. John's eyes there. There's fire in those eyes.
He's still a competitor, isn't he?
Yeah.
Ooh. Dick Badette looking around. Rapid Roy. John Southwick. Ooh, he fakes. Back to Roy. Oh, off the rim. Ken LaPlante.
Let me tell you, if they could find a way to get Mr. Bodette open, he could change that score in a hurry.
Timeout. TV timeout.
Another TV timeout. Blaming it all on the TV.
Calling a good game, Randy. Oh, just barely.
The score with 5.5 minutes left in the game. Rouses Point 19, Champlain 9.
We wanted you guys to win so we can put the
What was that, Calvin? He said, "We want you guys to win."
So that way they'd know they'd play them next year.
Oh.
Now, if they beat them 2 years in a row, Ross Point would probably
they
quit.
probably wouldn't come.
They wouldn't come back.
Okay, there isn't much time left, Calvin. Champlain to mount a comeback. So it's probably almost impossible to even imagine that Champlain could come back.
They've only scored 9 at this point. They'd have to score 10 more to tie it and hold Rouse's Point scoreless. So I don't think we're going to see a comeback. But
do you believe in miracles?
22 years ago I did.
Okay, here we go. Okay, Ken LaPlante looking around.
But they've been, since Manette's been on the bench, they've been just about even though.
Yeah.
Because I think they had about that 10-point lead before Puggy Manette got hurt.
Who are you picking for most valuable player, Calvin, up to this point?
Still too much that can happen here, Brian. Certainly if Puggy Manette hadn't got hurt, he'd... Oh, Red Wilder.
Red Wilder, oh, he's got a hot hand. It's 21-9. Norbert Yakey underneath. Oh, he's fouled. Oh, he's fouled. It's a shooting foul. 2 shots.
He'd cage you. He knew he'd draw the foul going that way, so that's what he did. Deliberately drawing the foul. It's a smart move. It stops the clock. Gives him a chance to put up 2 from the foul line.
2 shots. Bud Willett. Was he a good basketball player years ago, Calvin?
He was a very good basketball player.
That's Mitch's father, right?
No.
Oh, it isn't?
No.
Okay. No.
Mitch's uncle.
Okay. Oh. And he misses both of them, Calvin.
Ethan shot.
Okay. There isn't much time left. I don't know if there's any way they can pull it out. Jules Tran looking around. Jules has played a good game. Goes over to Dick Duffy. Ken LaPlante comes up with it. Back to Dick Duffy. Dick fakes. Oh, and he throws it out of bounds. They were hollering, shoot, shoot.
Charlie Ashline.
Okay. Here comes Roy Guyette over to John Southwick. Good dribbler. Goes over to Mr. Bayshard. Oh, just missed. Not much time left. I want to thank Tom Vinn, too, for doing the announcing and keeping score.
I think, Tom's keeping score. We got Jerry Davison on the clock.
Jerry Davison on the clock, yep. We named all our honor guard. I want to thank them for being here tonight. Thank EMS. And many thanks to Hometown Cable, our friends from Champlain that are carrying this jump ball. And Randy LeBombard and Steve Southwick called a nice game. They didn't show any favoritism. One from Champlain, one from Rouses Point. Bud Willett going against Jules Tran. Roy Goyette over to Mr. Bayshard to Norbert Yakey. Norbert throws it up. Oh, hits the rim. Okay, there's some subs coming in. Some fresh subs.
One ham and one turkey.
Yeah. I don't know here. I think. Oh, too many men.
Dick Duffy said, I ain't reaching for that ball.
Oh, God. It's 21-9. We had a nice crowd here tonight. Oh, been a lot of balls off the rim. A fast break. Oh, fouled on the play. Mr. Fozier fouls Jules Tran. Jules will be going to the line. Three and a half minutes. Oh, bounced on the rim 2 or 3 times, but didn't go in. Jules Tran will take his second shot. Okay, no good. Somebody hollered, we're not playing volleyball. It's been fun, Calvin, I'll tell you that. We're playing volleyball here. John Southwick, way down in the corner. Oh, what happened, Calvin? I can't believe that. Yes! Oh, my God. 21-11. They're only down by 10, Calvin.
I think Bud wanted an extra rebound.
21 Rouses points. Champlain with 11.
Jules looking to Dick Duffy. To Ken LaPlante from the foul line. Over in the corner, but Red couldn't handle it. It was too hot to handle.
Well, they made a mistake. They passed it to his hands.
Yeah.
You can't hit him in the hands with a pass.
No. Okay. They're hollering shoot. Somebody's hollering shoot. Oh, he fouled him. No, he didn't. I haven't seen Dick take too many shots tonight.
Well, Jules has been all over him. Let him shoot.
Oh, look at him. They're tackling him. Yeah, it was, Red. You got him. Just barely. Okay, John Southwick. There's got to be less than 3 minutes left in the game. Underneath. Oh, and in. He's a competitor, isn't he? Oh, they're giving him Harry. What's his name there?
Harry Rusak.
Harry Rusak. And it's a little short, but he gets his own rebound. Whoa, it's getting rough. Oh, I don't know what happened, but Walt Connolly gets a hold of it to Jules Tran. The pace of the game is just as fast, right from the beginning all the way through. Ken LaPlante over to Walt Conley. Walt throws it up. No. Here comes John Southwick. Looking around.
Not every day you see a ball player like Walt with a wristwatch out there.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Ken LaPlante throws one up. No. A little short. Dick Badette. Dick Badette looking around. Over to Bud Willett. Yeah! Does it go in? Does it count, Calvin? Does it count?
No.
Oh, okay.
It is. It is today. They're going to count it, but no, it doesn't. It's a jump ball. I think Rouses Point's going to protest, so they got to.
Okay. Oh no, they took it away.
The jump
quick.
ball should be over here by the foul line, though. Not
As quickly as they gave it to him, they took it away.
Jump ball at the foul line. The foul line. Bird at the foul line.
Oh, Rapid Roy's got a hot hand, but it didn't go in. Oh, Jesus, Jules and Doctor and their friends too, but they're competitors. Okay, we're back underway. Dick Badette throws one up. No, a little short. Walt Conley grabs the rebound. There can't be much time left, Calvin. Walt Conley, Ken LaPlante. Oh.
Whoa, he was sitting there.
Okay. Oh, Walt. It's 21-12. It's been a great basketball game, and it's been a lot. Oh, I don't know about that. Hit the ceiling, didn't it, Calvin?
I don't think so. It looked like Meadowlark Lemon that time.
Wow. 23-12. Unbelievable. Dick Badette throws it up. Yes! Wow, flurry of scoring. 30 seconds. Oh, he's fouled. Two shots. 23-14.
Jules is what you call a body defender. He doesn't use his hands. He just leans on you, and then he says, "What foul? I never touched him."
Start thinking about most valuable player, Calvin. Oh, come on, Dr. J. Walt Conley gives him the blessing. Oh,
Does the Knights of Columbus blessing work on a Methodist like that? I don't know.
I think so.
Must have jinxed him, though, because he missed it.
Yeah. There isn't much time left, Calvin. Ken LaPlante throws it up. Oh, that would have been a beauty. Under 10 seconds left. Norbert Jakey goes out of bounds. Timeout. Timeout. There isn't much time left.
It's taking John out of the game so we get his applause.
Yeah. 6 seconds, Calvin. 23-14.
Need a 9-point shot to tie.
Yeah. Over to Dick Badette. Dick Badette throws it up, hits the rim, rebound. Oh. Okay, that's it, ladies and gentlemen. 23-14. Great basketball game. And Calvin, I would ask you to make the most valuable player selection.
Well, I think we got to confer on this, Brian. Obviously, you got to take somebody from the winning team. And if Norman Manette hadn't been hurt, he definitely would have been my choice because he was the MVP defensively and offensively in the early going. But I think we have to look at maybe Jules Trahan as the MVP. What do you think, Brian?
I'd say Jules Trahan, yeah. Did a good job organizing. He played a good game.
And, of course, on the other team, definitely John Southwick carried most of the scoring. And I think these guys are already talking about wait till next year.
Well, there you have it, sports fans. 23-14, Rouses Point comes and beats Champlain on the opening day of the Olympics in 2002. Thanks for listening. I hope you enjoyed the game as much as we did. Support Hometown Cable, and have a good evening.
You know, Brian, just thinking of that 23-14 score, that's about double what the score was last year. I can't wait till next year. They're going to be up there in the 40s.
Your prediction was 10-10, so you're a little off on it. Over and under was over.
I've been known to be wrong once or twice before, Brian, so I have a string going.
There you go. And that's all we have to report. Thanks a lot. There you go, Calvin.